If you'd like to see how I'm going to transform these colorful socks and these white socks into these lovely sports themed socks for the Cavs and the Cleveland Browns, keep watching this video. Hey YouTube, so today in this video I am going to be making some Cleveland Cavaliers and Cleveland Browns themed socks. So I have these planners and I am going to turn them into brooches. And I'm also going to be showing you how I'm going to make various other charms, brooches for these socks. I'm going to use some bar pins and add them to the back of my planners, as well as these little glitter domes. You can get this little circle glitter, like half circle domes from the mold from Amazon. I have some glitter that wasn't exactly brown, but it has like a dark coffee color in it with some holographic speckles, and I thought it looked really pretty to add on to the socks. At first I could not find my orange glitter. I cannot stand when I can't find something that I need. So as you can see, the Cleveland Browns colors are white, brown, and orange. So later on in the video I will find my orange glitter. So I'm just making my charms, my brooches, excuse me. That's what I like to do first. That way I get my foundation laid. Once I know everything that I want to put onto the socks, which I make majority of the things that I add to the socks, I think it gives you more creativity, and it kind of cut down on cost, because when you buy all these charms and all these brooches, it really can add up. And for me to have, I would say a decent affordable sock, because I've seen these socks get up to about $60, honey. On Etsy, they are not playing around with these socks. Well, and for this particular person, she ordered them at the last minute. This video is a little old. I'm backed up on my editing, but she ordered these on the day before Christmas Eve, and she wanted them ready the next day, and she ordered them. I told you all about this in a previous video that I did some calf socks for my cousin. We were out to dinner for her birthday. She took the socks out and she was taking a picture with the socks they were still on the display feet, because I was in a hurry and they weren't dry yet. So I was like, okay, they'll dry enough to where she can pull them off the display once we're finished eating and talking. The waitress comes up, she sees the socks, and she's like, wait a minute. She was like, well, who did these socks? Is it possible if you can do some more? I need them tonight. Well, she was like, can you do them tonight? I need them tomorrow. They were last minute Christmas gifts that she needed for someone, and she was like, if you could pull this off, this will help me out so much. She didn't even care how much they cost. So I was like, okay, it'll be $25 each. She was like, at this point I don't really even care how much they cost. I was like, oh, okay, those are the best type of customers, honey. The ones who not ready to haggle you. But I think between $25 and $35 is a decent price, depending upon what all you're adding to them, because if the things that you're adding onto the socks cost a lot, you don't want to just break even. You want to get paid for your time and your materials. So I try to make it more affordable. And for me, I like to make the brooches. These are another set of brooches that I made using some glass domes that you can get on Amazon. I added the bar pins to the back. I use a Sharpie to color them orange. And these are going to be some of the brooches that go on the Browns socks. Here I am showing you how I'm just peeling them from the molds. And then I'm just going to use them as brooches. Okay, so I'm kind of all over the place in this video. I'm showing you here too. I'm making brooches. I have a few different ways that I make brooches, you guys. So whatever one works best for you, or that you find easiest, more affordable, or whatever, use that method or use all of them. So these are the acrylic disc that you can get from Amazon. The size of them are 25 millimeter. I'm using some double layer rhinestones. I have a bling kit with these available if you're interested. And I'm just taking some UV resin and I'm putting some on the actual acrylic disc, and I just kind of make them fit. 3 usually can fit, like 3 chunky pieces of bling, or you could just go all small pieces of bling. And these are the ones that are going to be used on the calf socks. The colors were blue, red, and gold. Now I'm, like I told you, I'm all over the place. Now I'm bouncing back to designs for the brown socks. So you see me using an orange dome. Again, I use a Sharpie. If you don't have a Sharpie, you don't have to color it in the background. It just looks a lot better and fuller to me if you do. You can also use orange craft paint with the orange rhinestones. So that's what I'm doing. And if you don't want to see me make the brooches, you could just fast forward to when I start to put everything on. Okay, and I gave you all, if you want to know where these socks came from, like when I first got started some months ago, back like towards the beginning of fall, I was just using Slouch socks from the not the Dollar Tree, from the hair store, the hair salon. No, the beauty supply store, I meant to say. And they were cool, but they weren't as tight. Like they were kind of like loose after a while, and they were not long. They were not as long. So I did some research. I found a vendor that I like. I gave the vendor away for free. The information is going to be in the description. So if you want to know where I got these socks, the information will be in the description of this video. And you can just go ahead and watch. I mean, I feel like I've just been talking and talking and talking and talking. But I like to explain things so y'all can know how to do this yourselves, because it's really not that hard. I want to make it to where it seems as simple as I feel it is, you know. And I think you all can do this. A lot of you have reached out to me and told me that you were making your own socks, making them as gifts for people, and have been very successful with them. Some of you I follow on Instagram, and you guys are doing your thing. So it makes me very happy to know that these videos are helpful to you guys and that you're able to like follow along and use the techniques that I'm using to create your own beautiful junk socks. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting me know that. Okay, so previously in the video, I was adding on the bar pins to the planners. I forgot to say this information. I used a 20mm bar pin, and depending upon what size of a brooch you're making, you may have to use a smaller bar pin because you don't want your bar pin to be longer than the actual brooch because it'll stick off on the sides. I like to make my bar pins go vertical because I noticed when I was making them diagonal, the wide way, sometimes the brooch pins will like dip forward. I don't have that issue when I make my bar pin go vertical, the up and down. And if you get confused about that, think about vertical blinds, because that's what I had to do. I used to get that confused. Maybe y'all okay and never got it confused, but I always got vertical and horizontal mixed up. Anyway, I use Bob Smith glue to add on my bar pins. Then I go on top of it with a pinch of UV resin so it can cure faster, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so I'm working on the red sock, which is going to be a calf sock. And I'm using some 8mm pearls. I think I'll also throw on like some 12mm pearls and a couple, maybe 6mm pearls. I like to use different sizes sometimes. Double layer rhinestones. You'll also see me using the brooches that I made. I like to use a decent amount of brooches, because at first I would just do all brooches. I wasn't gluing anything onto the socks, and I just started doing more research, and I'm like, okay, the girls are adding pearls and other little things, you know, to give them a fuller look. But if you don't want all that on your socks, you could just use brooches, or you could just glue on a few things. That's the great thing. You can go hard and overdo, I feel like you can never overdo it. You can really junk them up, or you can kind of like tone them down. So that's what I meant to say. And I like them fuller. I do. You can even go fuller than what I have here. And then a couple pair of these socks, I'll also be adding some chains to as well. So I'll be showing you how to do that. Okay, so here's where I found my glitter that I have been looking for, my orange glitter. Woo-wee. Okay, I think I got this from Michael's a couple years ago. And this orange glitter was pretty, but the way I imagined it, it was a little brighter. This glitter is pretty, but once I made the glitter domes, they look more like a burnt orange color rather than like a sun-kissed pop Fanta orange color is what I was thinking, like brighter like the actual socks. But I used them and it still worked out. It was still cute, but I just could have swore that glitter was a little brighter. Now I'm working on the white socks, and I want y'all to tell me, like at the end when y'all see the final result, which ones y'all like better. Because I did 2 pair of color socks and 2 pair of white socks, because she said she didn't care. She was like, girl, I don't care what you did. I love people like that who just be like, oh, just do your thing. When people are very specific, that's cool too. But I just really like when people say, oh, girl, I trust you, do your thing. So I was like, okay, so she doesn't really care what color the socks are. I'll just go for a color sock and I'll go for a white sock. It's something about these white socks. I feel like these white socks just really pop. I don't know if it's the way the planters and the rhinestones look on this white. The red the red calf sock is cute too. I also like the orange browns sock because orange is brown's color. I don't know, but for some reason I'm kind of just leaning more towards the white socks. But just keep watching and just kind of see and let me know what you think once you see them all finished. So I'm just gonna continuously adding on my E6000 and kind of just scattering on the pearls, the rhinestones. Then like once I let that set and like kind of dry, I'll add more of the brooches. I put my my brooch pins on the front first because I wanted to center like the main attraction of where I want the focus to be on the front of the socks. Then from there I like to go ahead and kind of fill in the canvas from that point. I really like these glitter domes that I made with the UV resin. The red ones and the blue ones, they're just so pretty. And if you're new to crafting, E6000 is the way to go when you're gluing things on fabric. Now, I have not tested out the Aleene's Fabric Fusion on junk socks as of yet. So, I mean, I feel like it should be cool, but I just want to test it out first before I say that that's, you know, what you should use. But E6000 is the bomb.com. It's washable. You want to tell them or your clients, your customers, or whoever to, or before you even give them the sock, let the sock at least dry for 24 hours. Let it dry for at least 24 hours, and maybe they can wait at least 2 days before they wash them. A lot of questions, or a lot of the same question that I see in the junk sock video comment section. How do you wash the socks? How do you wash them? Okay. You can wash them. They are washable with the E6000. Personally, I feel like you should not leave the brooch pins on. You should remove those. I think you should remove those because you don't want them to start ripping the sock because of the pin. You don't want them to start to rust either. Then also on this particular pair, I do add chains. You don't want to try to wash them in the washing machine with chains and all that stuff on them. Remove that heavy duty stuff if you can do it. If you're able to remove that heavy duty stuff, do that. Do a gentle wash. You can hand wash the socks and let them air dry. E6000 is fine. You can wash them and you can put them in the washing machine and the dryer. I just wouldn't do that with the brooches on if I were you. So if you can, snap a picture of your socks. Like maybe you're like, well, I don't remember everything go. Remix it yourself a little bit. Or just snap a picture of them so you can kind of have an idea where everything go. You really can't mess it up. The socks are very long. And once you kind of, you could put just space them out decent enough. So when you put them on, you just push them down and they'll be scrunched and everything will be fine. I definitely wouldn't overthink how to wash them. Just get them, wear them, experience them, and then, you know, after a wear or two, just do a gentle wash. I made a couple more brooches for the brown socks because I just felt like they needed a little more oomph to them. And I have this charm that I made with some chain just to add a little dangle, you know. little flare to the calf sock. So I'm just going to put that on. I'm using safety pins to add this chain here. This was just some chain that used to be like a croc charm. Somehow or another, at some point, I guess my battery went dead, so I didn't get a chance to show you the full way. But just use some safety pins to get them on the socks. They're almost done. Okay, you guys, here is the final finished result of these junk socks. These Slouch junk socks. Some people call them charm socks. Some people call them brooch socks. Some people call them bling socks, whatever you want to call them. I think these turned out really, really pretty. I may have added a couple more things off camera that weren't there before, because I don't like when stuff seems like it's missing something, you know. And then when I'm doing something for someone, I really want to wow them, you know. You like something that I did and you decided right there on the spot you wanted to order 4 pair. I'm like, okay, cool. That's nice. She must really like these. So I wanted to make sure that she really, really adored these socks. And she did. She did. She loved them. She loved them so much. She was like, and I want some hats made too. It was like, well, I didn't have time to pick up any hats. She did tell me whenever I get a chance to get her some hats. Not a hat with a bib, like just like a regular beanie skull cap. Okay, guys. And this is the color socks. These are the orange and these are the red socks. The browns and the Cavaliers. I like these socks too. I like them both. But again, there's something about those white socks. And I think this was my first time. Oh no, I did do a pair of red socks before. This was my first time doing an orange pair of socks. I really like how they turned out. I think they're very fun. These are great for people who are really into sports. Like if you go to the games, or even when they're playing and you just want to wear it because it's like game day. This is really cool. This is really fun. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Again, let me know which socks you like better. Are you into the color socks? Or do you like the white socks better? Are you into the Cavaliers? Do you know who the Cavaliers are? Are you into the Browns? Do you like the Browns? I think both teams are doing pretty good. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not really huge on sports like that. But I really did enjoy making these socks. I hope this did give you some great ideas, making some brooches, making your own socks, maybe even starting a business doing the socks. I do have some of the supplies on my website. I have some bling kits. I have some planner and bling kits on my website, myroyalradiance.com. So I have that if you are interested. Thanks you guys for watching, and shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to all my subscribers. Thank you for watching my channel. And remember, you can you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Life is a Whole Vibe. And thanks again for watching. Bye bye. Hey guys, check out my website, myroyalradiance.com. And there's always a coupon code available with a special discount, Royal Beauty 10 off. Use it today. We have some updated styles of luxury inspired faux leather fabric. And when you buy 3 sheets of fabric, you'll get the 4th one free of charge. We also have these beautiful iron-on patches available and these beautiful planner charms that are so versatile. You can use these to decorate your cell phone cases, compact mirrors, or you can turn these into brooches or croc charms. More beautiful sparkly gold iron-on patches for your Crocs or denim jackets, and the latest item we have are the brooches for the Slouch socks. We also have luxury inspired Crocs charms. Iron-on transfers are also available. Check out our website, see our tactical defense, where we do have in-waistband gun holsters, belly bands, magnetic holsters, and a lot more.